Welcome back to Callahan's Corner. You ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook. Got a great user submitted question here in the Service Autopilot users Facebook group. You're going to pop up on the screen. Marcus says, I could use some help on signature boxes for accepting proposals. In the photo attached, it shows the instructions of the way the client is used to accept and sign the contract/estimate. There would be a purple box to click and accept and sign an initial. Looks like Marcus is potentially missing some of the main areas here. He's got this red box. Chadwick here on the Simple Grow team has actually just answered this question here a few minutes ago to help the user actually figure this out through some written text. But I wanted to make a quick video so Marcus and everyone else having this question going into the season could understand the basics of how to do this here. So what I'm going to do is go into Service Autopilot and break this down. So the first thing we want to do is go to the gear icon, estimate settings. This is where most of the things are going to be living here. So as we go in, we go to estimate settings, and we're going to go in and set the allow signature capture on my view my proposal. That's going to enable that feature of the electronic signature, almost like a DocuSign. No extra fee in there, but it's going to capture that picture and put that in. So once we have that set up, we're going to go into the gear icon and go to the document editor. I'm not going to go into details this morning of it, but there are three main parts to a document workflow. We need an estimate email where they click the link to actually open up the estimate. We have the estimate document where they check the services with the pricing and do the electronic signature. And then the third piece that goes in is the actual estimate acceptance email. So if you're building this out, Marcus, or anybody else watching this, you want to make sure that you've got those three pieces. Now, when we go in, I'm just going to go right from scratch here. We're going to go in and select a document type of an estimate. We're going to name it. And we can put our description in here and our subject. So when I talked about the estimate email and estimate confirmation email, this is where we would actually select those documents and literally go in and connect those documents here. So we would select the appropriate document here. I'm just going to grab here for some documents just for time's sake here, but the idea is we've connected the estimate email, estimate confirmation. If we want a PDF, we do that here. We hit save. That's going to open up that blank document. And the question or the piece that Marcus was missing here is the actual email signature component. So I'm going to use a blank template just so you can kind of see where this is all going to come into. So the document editor is a drag and drop builder here. And we just kind of drag these structures over, as I'm sure he has already done. What we would probably do is go in and add some text and an image up here for the header. And then we would go in and grab our dynamic content. That's where our pricing would live. And we'd click in here and select the appropriate grid so we can show that. And then the final piece is where Marcus is talking about here. We'd go into content, grab our text. And this is where we would go in and contract terms, billing terms, and then something, click and sign below. And this is where the estimate line would come in. So we can go into merge tags, whether you're using a Mac or PC, it'd be either Command or Control F is what I'd recommend here. And grab that. And if we just type for signature line is the one you want, and that is what's going to go in there. Now, if you know you want the signature line, you could actually go at and then just start typing signature, and as you scroll through, that would actually give you a shortcut to the signature line. So both are the same. You'd only want one, obviously, but once you have that in there, that signature line is dynamically going to go in for them to sign, print their name, and hit accept. And then once that's done, that is going to give us the ability to Marcus's question, how do we get the time and date stamped IP address on here? So if we go in and click into an estimate, this is exactly what we were talking about here. So you got signature information, time and date stamped with IP address, and under attachments, we've got a PDF that's printable of the exact estimate here in this test account that was signed here. And then all the way down at the bottom, you've got the signature. So for collections, court, pesticides, that'll get you covered. So Marcus, great question about estimate signature lines inside Service Autopilot. Callahan's Corner,